It is great to see you again on the CoinSeries channel. The Chief Technical Officer of Ripple has responded to claims that the firm utilizes bots to artificially boost the price of XRP. In a nutshell, no, Ripples aren't causing prices to drop. This is something that David Schwartz did bring up, and I'll tell you about it. While this was going on, further allegations have come to light, including the idea that David Schwartz is being completely dishonest about the sales of Ripple and XRP. The seriousness of these claims is shocking. Well, I think so. Are these assertions true in any way? To be completely forthright, I will not mock you for being completely foolish. Along with that, David Schwartz is addressing them. The time has passed since we last spoke, and I will now fill you in on the details. I get that everyone has the freedom to think and say what they want, but the internet at the moment is. There seems to be a complete lack of logic and rationale there. There are instances when that is useful. That seems to be the case to me. Before I tell you what happened, I want to make it clear that I am not giving financial advice and that I do not have any kind of financial support. By the way, you shouldn't listen to me and then act on what I say, should you? Making films on YouTube on Bitcoin and similar topics is something I do for fun and for fun alone. All I am is an admirer. Let us now discuss the claims leveled against Ripple. Clearly, their decision to artificially lower the price of XRP is irrational. They would rather XRP stay low in value and would even advocate for a price hike if needed because they stand to lose the most from an unhealthy XRP ecosystem. In fact, they offer XRP for sale at different times. But, as I have been stressing for what feels like a forever, their XRP sales are pitiful. To noticeably lower the price of XRP, the volume is typically significantly lower than what is needed. Dumping a lot of that at once would definitely have a negative impact on the market. The process takes a long time and the effects won't be visible for decades, so I doubt anyone will pay attention. The price of XRP would be different in 30 years if it didn't exist, considering that it is being dispersed. That, I will not contest. When trying to figure out if it hurts the XRP ecosystem, this is especially crucial to think about. Deflationary in nature, the XRP ledger ensures that a tiny fraction of XRP is permanently destroyed with each transaction. The other day I included this in my video, but it illustrates the inflation rate of XRP over the last 6 years. It is from Franz van der Horst. It vanished, that's terrible. Embraces solitude. It vanished, that's terrible. On top of that, it protects the XRP blockchain. I want to be clear in case you're thinking about this word choice. But some are thinking about escrowing XRP. A fraction of what RIF sells is more than. With each new version. To use the word inflation to characterize it can be misleading. What, however, is the precise quantity of the increase in the circulating supply? It turns out that amount is astronomically small. As this report by my friend van der Horst shows, the number of XRP in circulation has been expanding at a rate of roughly 6% per year for the last 6 years. A 34% increase was noted in the trend of Chainlink. In only 3 years, Solana witnessed a 51% surge. After 3 years, with a 36% increase, Ripple, but in the year 2022, it won't be the case. Its growth rate has been 36% in just 6 years. Hence, think about this. It will be received by Litecoin here. Look at the market capitalization and the number 5 position before XRP, Solana. Tell me how that's even conceivable. Is a market crash imminent? What the fuck? I strongly disagree. That doesn't concern us. To offer you a brief summary, the price isn't higher. The reason behind this is that when it comes to cryptocurrencies, the issue with demand, or lack thereof, is typically more significant than supply. The reason XRP's price isn't higher is because demand isn't increasing. Its impact on the broader XRP ecosystem is significantly greater than that of any supply that Ripples introduce. A 51% increase for Solana would take 3 years at XRP's current price, while Solana is just 1 position ahead of it in terms of market worth. As a result, the significance of Ripple's acts is very clear. Everyone, could we please stick to the facts? Reason, numbers, logic, whatever you want to call it. Next, we'll utilize it. Consequently, David Schwartz faced consequences. Machine for washing. The lace is only around the corner from me. But attempts by Ripple to maintain low prices were underway at the time these claims were made. I am David Schwartz. Became aware that Ripple has disabled the programmatic store's XRP sale functionality. Also, he shared this scrap with us from, I think, a post on Ripple Insights. Hence, it was one of the reports that needed to be submitted every 3 months. The main points are as follows. For as long as anyone can remember, Ripple has only ever sold XRP in tandem with out-of-the-loop transactions. So, any XRP sale that isn't OTL is called programmed. Indeed, it is accurate. On February 16, attorney Bill Morgan reposted the post, stating that some XRP community members believe the price suppression is caused by escrow, Ripple dumping, or bots controlled by Ripple. Previously, Jed McCaleb had been the taco stand's moneyman. But by 2022, that had run dry. Furthermore, Ripple stopped selling programmatically in 2019. Can you tell me what this hypothesis is? Is it beginning to seem like a reasonable inquiry? Tell you what, we most certainly have something. Please elaborate on what you mean by programmatic and how it relates to ODS. This question was posed to David Schwartz, and I'm interested in hearing his response. So, he does define the difference between the two types of deals. Subsequently, he is assaulted by an XRP community member. However, I will be revealing it to you in the near future. I want to make sure that everyone understands what he's trying to say, since he spent time explaining it to us. I appreciate that as well. Thus, this is the content that David Schwartz included in his Sure Thing. Programmatic sales refer to sales that take place on exchanges, usually through market making. In general, you should likely keep less of it. Assisting other people in buying and selling assets is one technique to earn money selling assets. Yet, your net sales are more than your net purchases. Sales incorporating OBL occur if a consumer wishes to use Ripple payments to pay for something. As an example, consider the situation of someone who wants to send Mexican pesos. One possible way they may achieve this is by purchasing XRP from Ripple today, sending it to an exchange in Mexico, converting it for MSN, the Mexican peso, and then using a payment provider to send the money back to Mexico. In the context of ODSL, a net sale happens when Ripple buys fewer XRP than it sells in a given payment. I think that's it. It really is that easy. Market dumps do not apply here. So far, everything has been unfolding according to plan. The issue has remained for an extremely lengthy period. The quantity that enters circulation as a result of OTL transactions is even more significant. This is insignificant when compared to the total volume of XRP. Even though it doesn't matter in the end, we still get poor service. I am an XRP community member going by the moniker of Random Person XRP. His work was based on that of David Schwartz. Pretty XRP Man makes pretty strong claims in this screenshot, which he later uploaded after commenting on X claiming we stopped XRP programmatic purchases. He brags that he has never found a Ripple employee who was basically trying to trick the XRP community. Misleading claims have been made about programmatic sales purportedly ceasing since the first quarter of 2023. On the other hand, it will be clear in Q4 2023 that they lost almost 700 million XRP. David Schwartz is attempting to convince us that they have a new way to dump XRP instead of halting. The next step is to round up some people and declare, oh my, we really must be honest and objective about this. I was already grinning after reading it, even before I saw the response. It looks like a confused dog with its head cocked to one side. Who is this, precisely? The information was so unbelievable to me. Indeed, this was addressed by David Schwartz. Additionally, it was mentioned that he is misleading people regarding the quantity of XRP we are selling and the method of sale by publishing an excerpt that explicitly states both of these things, despite the fact that he is compelled to do so. That is correct. On the screen, you can see that they are selling XRP through all transactions. It is well known by all. I just shared with you my second essay, in which I noted that these out-of-the-loop transactions are still going on. It was highlighted again here, and I was just reading it a few minutes ago. He's going into detail on how Odell works and how this allows XRP to become free in the wild. Indeed, that is what he is doing. The general public has understood this for quite some time. David Schwartz verifies in an article that we did indeed discontinue programmatic sales years ago. Here are some aggregate figures on the effect on OTL sales, though. Hence, it is merely present. That is until this dude shows there and says you're being deceitful. To what end? That is totally absurd. Instead of accepting responsibility for his behavior, he essentially responded, "Oh yeah, I was wrong," even though he was criticized by multiple people. He then dug further into the subject. A mysterious XRP responder told David Schwartz that neither Ripple nor you ever considered selling it once the program was over. If you don't mention this aspect of your ADX sales, people will think you just stopped programmatic sales, which isn't the same as finding another way to dump XRP. It is rather evident that this individual lacks knowledge in the subject matter, unless he is deliberately trying to be spiteful. Prior to their decision to end programmatic sales, this was widely known to the public. I recorded a video introducing myself and my YouTube channel when I initially went live. Consequently, I made its release in the latter part of the year possible. I intend to release videos in 2018 addressing that very topic. In the event that fails, it will continue throughout 2019. I have been bringing this up on a rather frequent basis as it is something that comes up in discussion. I've been bringing it up for quite some time because it's general information. This has been said already. They did more than just end programmatic advertising. And now look at them, being cunning. On top of that, they came up with a new way to handle the decision-making process. That is just irrational, you know. Who are you to attempt to mislead us into thinking that we are selling XRP through programmatic sales? Right now, this is how we're doing things. They are deceiving someone in queue. Everything seems disjointed. According to David Schwartz's reaction, the poster ostensibly responding to clearly states that we're selling programmatic advertising after we stopped doing so. It even goes so far as to underline this fact, so no one would miss it. It eludes me how this person can say so clearly that David Schwartz is fooling him. Regarding the post that person is making, the only way to buy XRP, as pointed out by David Schwartz in his response, is on Ripple and its connections to OTL transactions. It is misleading. Who, exactly, is he saying you're fooling? I just don't understand the rage of some individuals. He is now acting as though he has the right to a response from Ripple over this. Although he was not obligated to, we are grateful for David Schwartz's response. But Millionaire Next's Edward Coyne jumped in to say, "I love how you actually own stock in the company and can help determine how things are done. You can either join or depart, it's not very deep. It makes no difference what you ask regarding this subject. Beyond that, I'm uncertain if it has been noted." On the other hand, he mentioned in another one that he appears to be acting as though he had Ripple stock or something like. Am I displaying it accurately? To be honest, I'm uncertain. The other one is based on my impression that the first one was generous to him. In other words, they owe you zero obligations. As though they're being completely forthright with this data, they are under no duty to reveal any of this information because you're acting as though they're trying to trick you. This is an utterly ridiculous premise. No reasonable person could ever make sense of that. I thought I'd just give you a little update on the story here. This is the greatest spot to spread the information if someone is going to make wild assertions like this, even though I'm happy that David Schwartz answered. You can count on hearing about this in tomorrow's crypto media. Given how often this topic comes up here, I feel like I'm a bit ahead of the curve with this one. It appears to be. Because we lack liking, we are unable to enjoy nice things. This prevents us from taking pleasure in life's little pleasures. I am not a financial counselor, so you should not put your money where my mouth is based on what I say. I guess you could say the video ended there. Post your thoughts in the comment section. Please like and subscribe as always. De parte, muchas gracias.